Please take your seats. The program begins now.
I was waiting for you, Dan. Good morning. Wow, look at this overflow seating. This is fantastic. My name is Brady. I'm the president of PGA TOUR Champions and thrilled to be here today. So thank you for having me and for having all of us. You know, Pennsylvania has a tremendous history of sports, tremendous history of golf in this region as well. Hosted various events, some right down the street here, one by none other than Hall of Famer Hale Irwin, who's with us today. Hale. I know there's some other events coming on, Philly Cricket Club, maybe in a few weeks here. We played the senior players there back in 2016. Tremendous venue, great support from the fans and the community. We just know how warm this area is with their sporting events. So, but before I get into that, I do want to acknowledge an individual who recently passed away, one of the best amateur golfers from Pennsylvania. He had an amateur career until he turned 50 and played on the Champions Tour and won 8 times. So I would like to acknowledge the recent passing of Jay Siegel. And I'm sure we'll find a way to properly acknowledge him moving forward. So with that, we would love to add to the history of the sporting events and golf in this region. So I'm thrilled today to announce the Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic as a new event on the Champions Tour to begin next year, September 28 to October 4, here at Lehigh Country Club. The Champions Tour is who we all grew up watching on television. It's the only place where Hall of Fame members are still active, such as Bernhard Langer, Colin Montgomery, Retief Goosen, Fred Couples, Padraig Harrington, Ernie Els, and maybe we can get Hale out of retirement to come back and play next year. No? Okay. It's a good thought, though. I've seen you play. You're still good. We have other great players on our tour that are active, such as Billy Andrade, Jim Furyk, Scott McCarron, Rocco Medier, Darren Clark. I could go on, right? These are all guys that you watch week in and week out growing up, and they're still out here playing on our tour 20 times a year. That's what makes our tour so special. You can get up close and personal with all of them. Our players truly get it. And for those that are staying for the luncheon, you'll hear a little bit from Hale in a Q&A, and he can describe to you just how personal that our players can be once they turn 50. I'd like to thank Jefferson Lehigh, Joe Cashone, thank you, Nick Ragone, Annette White, as well as the entire team at Lehigh Country Club for making this possible. Rich Adams, thank you as well. We wouldn't be here without all of these great partners. You know, golf can be a small world. I met Nick years ago as our partner of our tournament in St. Louis. And then I met Annette even before that as a partner of our tournament in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And when all of this came back together, what it tells you is that relationships matter, partnerships matter. So I was thrilled to be able to work with Nick and Annette again to bring this here to Allentown. That combination makes for a great partnership. Ultimately, this event will be a win-win for everyone. A win for Jefferson Lehigh Valley, a win for the club, a win for the community, a win for the spectators. Most definitely a win for economic impact and local charities. So with that, to give you a little flavor of the Champions Tour, I'd like to show this video.
What a day for O'Neal. He picks up his 3rd win of the year. Stewart Sink has won for the first time on the PGA Tour Champions.
He takes down the Sanford International.
Ernie Els, he wins for the second week in a row.
He is simply amazing.
Bernhard Langer, Charles Schwab Cup Championship winner. Stephen Alco, your 2024 Charles Schwab Cup champion.
A party tonight.
Great playing, dog.
Right there. All right, here we go.
So just a little flavor of our tour. We're going to put that same spotlight on this community and on this golf course in just over a year from now. But now is when the hard work begins for the tournament team here. But we're tremendously excited about that. Like I said, already looking forward to next year. I would now like to introduce the Executive Vice President, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer for Jefferson, Mr. Nick Ragone. Nick?
My reserve. Hale put that on me. Hale Irwin's a prankster. By the way, when the video was showing and you showed Bernhard with the first clip, Hale said he's coming out of retirement to get his record back. That was recently eclipsed. But anyway, thank you, Miller, thank you. It is about relationships. You know, I've had the pleasure of knowing Dr. Joe Cashone for 7 years. We worked together in a prior life, and when he came over to be the CEO of Jefferson, it was inevitable that I would find myself here as well. And as my wife has said, this is the best decision we've ever made to work for Jefferson, to work for Joe again, and be a part of this community. And when Joe and I started talking, it was in the middle of coming together with Lehigh Valley Health Network. And we started thinking about what does it look like to become a 15 billion with a B enterprise from a brand and marketing perspective. And we started thinking about ways to do that. And obviously, sports marketing is a big part of any portfolio for branding of any company. And we're so proud to have a partnership with the Eagles, and I'm so glad that many of the Eagles are here, including Mike Quick somewhere. Where is Mike? Is he already playing? Oh, there he is. Eagles legend, Mike Quick. Thank you, Mike. But we started thinking about ways to bring our brand to life in Lehigh Valley, and we kept coming back to the idea of partnering with PGA Tour Champions because it's a great way for us to establish a long-term 5-year commitment, and hopefully beyond, in Lehigh Valley, to bring to life this combination, this great combination of Jefferson and Lehigh Valley Health Network. And it's also a great way to give back. I think PGA Tour Champions is the best product in all of sports because their business model puts charity first and the play comes second. That takes care of itself. The golf takes care of itself. You saw it on the video. But the real winners, I don't know who's going to win our inaugural event. I hope it's Hale. But the real winners, I could tell you, are going to be our charities. And we're so proud to have 2 amazing charitable partners that we're going to start with, Valley Youth Health and Eagles Autism Foundation. And that's really how we think about extending the Jefferson brand long-term into Lehigh Valley. It's about connecting these 2 great healthcare systems, and it's about bringing the long tail of care beyond just care settings into charitable giving and giving back. And it's also about long-term economic development and commitment. I'm so glad our mayor's here, and he's going to say a few words in a moment. But it's about driving economic development long-term in the community for everybody. As Miller, if you saw on the sizzle reel, the Champions Tour is on the Golf Channel for 3 days of live coverage. And that really is an amazing opportunity for us to highlight Jefferson, Lehigh Valley, the great care we're giving, but also the region. And it's a great audience, and it's a great target to market Lehigh Valley to the rest of the country, and we're so proud of that. We're so proud of the ability to make a difference. And so I'm going to come back in a few minutes and talk a little bit more about our charitable partners, and the mayor's going to say a few words. But I want to introduce our CEO, Jefferson CEO, Dr. Joe Cachone, who really was the driving force and vision behind bringing this together.
Oh, thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. And nice move on the reserve sign. No, listen, we are so proud to be here, and not just as part of this celebration of announcing a golf tournament, but it's our pride to be associated with our now part of our family and our collective family, the Lehigh Valley Health Network, and being able to bring this to this event like this to the community and to benefit the community as well as the charities that will directly benefit next year on September 28th, it's that we couldn't be prouder to be part of that. And it's just such a, I always say when Brian, Nestor, and I started this conversation, what really rung true for both of us is our commitment to the communities that we serve. And that's really the foundation for what we do every day, is our mission of improving lives. And for us, we see that same alignment with what the Champions Tour has done, where everywhere they've gone, they've benefited the communities that they show up in. So it couldn't be a better partnership. And it's more than about golf. It's really about those charities that will directly benefit and about the rest of the community that will indirectly benefit. And that's what we're here for. I'm hopeful that this is a very long-term, will transcend mine and Brian's tenure here, that this will be a long-term commitment. Bringing these two systems together is a long-term commitment to the community, and hopefully events like this will kind of sort of cement that commitment to this community. I can't express really how proud we are to be associated with such a strong entity as the Champions Tour. We had a relationship with them in St. Louis, the great work they did in St. Louis. I've been in Tulsa when they did events in Tulsa and in Michigan, and I will tell you, everywhere they go, it's the same story. What's best for the community? And the golf is a great byproduct of that, but it always starts with the community. So we can't thank the PGA enough for being our partner, and we're looking so much forward to, again, a long, happy relationship. I'm hoping that many of you golfers will be on the links next year with us for the Pro-Am portion of it. Maybe some of you, like Billy Allen, could even play get a sponsor's exemption. Billy's a sandbagger from way back. But anyway, listen, again, thank you from all of us at Jefferson Lehigh Valley. We couldn't be prouder to be part of this community, partner now with the tour and the charities that are going to benefit directly. So thank you all. And now I'd like to introduce Dan Sullivan from H&S Sports Group.
Thank you, Joe, and congratulations again. So Dan Sullivan with H&S Sports Group. When you put a team together to create a PGA Tour Champions event or any kind of professional golf tournament, you need a great leading organization in the PGA Tour Champions. You need a committed and really strong, great title sponsor in Jefferson. You need an incredible club, which we're going to hear from Rich Adam here in a minute. And you need some folks who do the work behind the scenes, operate the golf tournament, manage it, be a part of the community, and that's H&S Sports Group. We've been fortunate enough to be in existence for about 25 years. We are based in Columbus, Ohio, where I serve as the executive director for the Memorial Tournament, but we're also spread throughout the country. And we have involvement with 11 different PGA Tour Champions events. So as Joe and Nick have been in St. Louis, we were right there with them. We've been in Michigan and California and throughout the country. And our role in creating success is being in the community, living and working here, reaching out to the community in a number of different ways to support the event. So we'll have a staff here in town that works on this event daily. You'll see a lot of myself, Tom Sprouse, Trey Herring, who are with us here today. and a team that will come together to create an incredible environment to enjoy and be proud of. We're going to be reaching out. We're going to be reaching out to all the members here at Lehigh Country Club, to all the businesses and individuals throughout this community to participate. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. As Joe said, you can play in the Pro-Am, buy hospitality, buy tickets, you can volunteer, you can just come out and be a spectator and just enjoy the atmosphere that we create through the PGA Tour Champions. And I think in the end what you're going to find is these tournaments end up being great rallying points for companies, for communities, for clubs, and we hope that we build an environment that everyone can be really proud of. And I'll say one last thing, it's more than just golf. We're going to create a week of activities that everyone can enjoy. It's not just going to be for the golf fan. It's going to be for everyone who really enjoys being a part of a really strong, healthy, vibrant community. And H&S Sports Group is really excited to be here. Couldn't be more proud and looking forward to getting busy with everyone to make it great. And with that, I'm going to introduce Rich Adams, who's the Lehigh Country Club president of the board, and been a great partner all the way through this with Jennifer and the board and making sure that we all come together. Thank you.
So Dr. Cashone tried to sell me a pair of bifocal contact lenses, so I don't have those in, so I apologize for the glasses. Thank you for being here, and good morning, and welcome to Lehigh Country Club. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the entire membership, I'd like to express my deep gratitude and excitement in representing our historic club to join Jefferson Health, Lehigh Valley Health Network, the PGA Tour Champions, and H&S Sports Group as we unveil this PGA Tour Champions event. Lehigh Country Club, founded in 1910, has been a leading country club in the region for over a century. We're home to more than 620 member families. The club moved to this location in 1928 and provides a wide array of sporting and social activities. The crown jewel of our property, our golf course, was designed by renowned architect William Flynn and is consistently recognized among the top courses in Pennsylvania and reflects our tradition of excellence and commitment to the historic parkland design. Long before modern equipment, AI, lasers, GPS, Flynn carved the course layout from the dramatic elevations and topography, creating some of the best risk-reward golf holes and green complexes that have stood the test of time. Previous club leaders, some of which are in the room with us today, focused on preserving Flynn's design and allowing the legacy to be passed on for generations of golfers. We are eager to show off the unique challenge and that awaits the legends of the game. The club's mission is to provide a welcoming community where our members and guests feel right at home. Often called our members' second home, it's a perfect place to enjoy life, forge friendships, and create lasting memories. One of them is right before you today. We are extremely proud to be the host site of the Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic, which will bring significant economic impact, national media exposure, and of course, charitable giving to our region. In addition, our members will be thrilled to embrace the tournament through volunteerism, our welcoming hospitality, and sponsorship support, demonstrating the strong spirit and pride of the Lehigh Country Club community. Today is an exciting day for Lehigh Country Club and the Lehigh Valley. I can't thank Jefferson Health, Lehigh Valley Health Network, the PGA Tour Champions, and H&S Sports enough. We look forward to welcoming you all back in the fall of 2026. Thank you so much. I'll turn the mic back over to Nick.
Great Champion Tour events, great events start with partnership. And so I wanted to make sure we heard from our mayor, Matt Tuerk. You know, events like this, long-term commitments that drive economic development, that showcase the region, like I said, on the Golf Channel and through media, marketing, don't happen but for great public-private partnership. And I think the community leaning into this will make a good event a great event. And so we thank you for helping us bring this here and look forward to partnering over the next 5 years. Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Nick. Thank you. Good morning, buenos dias. I'll give you a welcome to the Lehigh Valley from those of you who are not from here. I'll say bienvenidos. you don't realize this, but mayors are allotted a certain amount of nice weather days every year. And I love being in your country club, Rich. It's an absolutely beautiful room. But unfortunately, I wasted one of my nice weather days today. The good news is that I do have a huge allotment, so we've saved a few for the next 5 years when we host the the Jefferson Lehigh Valley Classic. So I'll keep them in my back pocket to spend for the future. But thank you for inviting me to speak today. I'm so excited about this announcement today. This is, I think you alluded to it earlier, this is a huge economic impact for our region. There's that direct impact of hospitality, of spending in our local restaurants from people who are coming here to enjoy this beautiful site in the Lehigh Valley. That's great, and that will certainly have an impact in downtown Allentown on Hamilton Street, where we just celebrated the opening of the new Moxie Hotel and the Archer Music Hall to complement, and I see our friends Jim and Rob Brooks, that complements the PPL Center, turning Allentown and downtown Allentown into one of the premier entertainment destinations in the Lehigh Valley. That is all fantastic for us. What's even better, though, is, and I think you alluded to this, putting us on the map, this continuing to make sure that the Lehigh Valley, which is growing in stature, which is growing as a destination, which is growing as a place that people want to be, events like this help the rest of the United States and the rest of the world see just how special Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, and the entire Lehigh Valley are. So we are so happy to see this announcement today for that reason. But I'm especially happy. You hear more than just often when you're at events like this. This is more than just a direct economic impact in the Lehigh Valley. But I also wanted today reflect on, just over a year ago, we were at the merger announcement for Jefferson and Lehigh Valley Health Network. And at that time, we knew that this partnership was going to be phenomenal for our region. And this announcement, this is a reflection, this is a more than just. This is more than just a golf tournament. This is an affirmation on behalf of Jefferson into its commitment to our region. And I was especially happy to hear that this will result in impact and positive impact for Valley Youth House, which is one of my favorite organizations here in the Lehigh Valley that has such a tremendous positive impact in Allentown. This is an indication that Jefferson is putting its money where its mouth is and is showing real strong commitment to the Lehigh Valley. So I'm incredibly grateful to you, Mr. Cachone, for your continued support of our region, and I do look forward to many more years of investment and commitment from Jefferson and Lehigh Valley here in the Lehigh Valley, and especially in the city of Allentown. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the announcement, and I look forward to expending some of my good weather days in the years to come. Thank you.
We got it on the record. We got at least 6 good weather days from September 28th to October 4th every year. So you heard it from the mayor himself. So in closing up, I wanted to unveil, I don't know who's going to unveil our countdown clock, and I want to call up our 2 charitable partners, if you want to come to the stage. You know, as I mentioned earlier, and first I want to thank, we have a couple board members here. Come on up. Steve Follett, where are you? There we are. Kathy O'Brien, we have Kathy as well. Thank you to our board for their support. That's a big part of the commitment, is having our board engaged in this important endeavor. And so thank you so much for being out here. So we have our countdown clock, which is officially going to count down when the tournament begins, about 18 months from now. So if you want to start, Mr. Mayor, putting your good weather dates aside, we can actually tab it to the countdown clock. But as I mentioned earlier, we don't know yet who's going to win the first event, but we know who's going to be our champions, and that's our 2 charitable partners. And so I wanted to introduce Ryan Hammond from the Eagles Autism Foundation, as well as Christina Shoemaker from Valley Youth House. And as we think about selling this event into the community, it's about giving back first, and the great play will take care of itself. As Dan Sullivan Miller mentioned, we're going to have 3 days of pro-ams, we're going to have cabanas, we're going to have hospitality, we're going to have all sorts of sponsors. We're already seeing interest in that. And for all the money that we raise, that means that we're going to give more back to our charitable partners. And so I want to thank you on behalf of Jefferson, on behalf of Jefferson Lehigh Classic, the Champions Tour. I want to thank our charitable partners. We look forward to working with you and raising a lot of money over the next 5 years. And with that, can we unveil our countdown clock? We're going to have a little lunch after this, and I'm going to do a little QA with our legend, Hale Irwin. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming out here. I want to thank our CEO, Dr. Joe Cashone. I want to thank Miller Brady, PGA Tour Champions, and all of our partners in making this possible. So thank you.
Thank you once again for joining us. At this time, we invite everyone